Hello there, this is Teamworks Podcast. We are a podcast that will be talking about games from PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, you name it. We'll be talking right through all them platforms, right through all our episodes, but also we'll be now and again talking about Marvel stuff and stuff like that. But don't forget, if you say to Alexa, play Teamworks Podcast, and the episode, it will play our podcast. So yeah, that's our podcast, and yeah, we hope you enjoy it, guys. Hello guys, and welcome back to the podcast. This is Teamworks. This is episode 13. It's coming to the end of the season 1. We've had some fantastic guests on our show, and I just want to introduce Ryan on the show. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. It's been a good weekend so far.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Good to hear. And how are you, Phil? How are we today, or when we're recording it anyway?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. Good
stuff. So yeah, the first question I want to ask you, Ryan, obviously I've knew you since I was in school and all that, and it's been a long time since we've had a chat, so it's brilliant that we've got you onto the show. Thank you for joining anyway, mate.
No problems.
So yeah,
I'm glad to be honoured.
Not a problem, mate. It's good to have you on here. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Ryan, is basically, have you streamed before? And if you have, what was the first game that you streamed?
Well, I have streamed before, but it was like years ago, and this was when I was back in my old house, and
yeah,
I can't remember what game. I think it was FIFA. One of the FIFAs I streamed.
Oh, nice.
And it wasn't on like it was on YouTube once.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I'll give it a go. But I was only on it for like half an hour. Just tried it out.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it? I mean, what a game to stream for your first, stream. It's amazing. But what I did is I was doing content creating for a while, making videos up and everything, and then I decided one day to have a stream on YouTube, which it didn't particularly go well, just because I find YouTube is better for putting videos on rather than streaming. So then, when I did start streaming properly, it was on Twitch, and Twitch is it's good for streaming, and a lot of people do eventually come over to your channel and all that. But FIFA is one of the best football games ever. But it's a game that you can easily get angry on, isn't it? Though.
Oh, do you know the amount of times I've got angry on FIFA? It's just. It's ridiculous. It's like I play Ultimate Team. Yeah. I've played it every year.
Yeah, the same with me.
It's so hard. Like I was playing it the other day, and I've not got good internet. I've not even got fibre yet in my area, and
yeah,
because it goes so slow at times. It's like. I feel like throwing my controller. It's just mad.
I know exactly what you mean, mate. God, when we had our old internet, oh God, not only did it lag when you were playing games online, but it's used to say 99 plus hours for a game to download. I was like, I'm not waiting that long.
I know but what it is with because I've got a PS5.
Yeah.
You can only download one game at a time, and I don't know why they add that to it, because with the PS4, you can do multiple ones.
Yeah. I mean...
it's very strange. It's just very strange how they're doing it now, like that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I've downloaded two at the same time. before, or tried to anyway. And then it puts your third one in queue. Well, I can't be certain on that one. I don't know about you, Phil. Have you tried to download multiple?
I've got to say, every time I've set multiple, because my hard drive conked out recently, so I had to buy a new one.
Yeah.
But because I was downloading quite a few games, it downloaded them all one at a time, but obviously just put them all in like a massive queue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't download two at once, but...
Yeah. I think I'm thinking of the PS4 days, like you said, Ryan. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a bit stupid, but then again, if you're downloading two at the same time, it could slow down your internet anyway. You know what I mean? In that sense.
Yeah, it can.
So
it does, and like when you're waiting so long, then like it's like you're waiting hours and hours. And it's like, God, story up, and I want to play the game.
I know, yeah. And then when we had the own internet and it said 99 plus hours, I was like, oh my God. I had to leave my PlayStation on for days, didn't I? Just so it could download. But yeah, no, we've managed to get fibre optic now the last few years. I mean, I don't know how we've got fibre optic straight away, because we lived out in the countryside, so you would think that would come last, wouldn't you, in them type of areas?
Yeah, you would think so. It's like, but the only area like we've got fibre is near where I used to live, but here where I live, they've not even got it here, and it's just annoying.
I know what you mean. Have you had any updates if they are bringing it to your area soon?
I've been looking and stuff on OpenReach and stuff, but it says like it could be coming about 2026, and I'm like, oh God, I'm not waiting that long.
I know, yeah. But yeah, Phil will tell you as well. Phil's actually got fibre optic now, and his is a mess because of BT.
Yeah, BT are useless.
Yeah, they are.
Like, the amount that we're paying at the minute for it as well is ridiculous. And every time you ring them up, it's like, oh, well, you're paying that much because at some point we're going to introduce, like, I think it's 900 download speed or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so basically you're making us pay for something that you haven't even got yet. Well, no, it's free. Okay, so why am I paying that much then? Well, because sooner or later you will get it, and it's just like, they said, oh, well, you were happy with the price when you joined us. I'm like, yeah, because it was like a third of the price.
Yeah.
They just jacked it up massively, so I think as soon as this contract ends, I'm switching from BT because I'm not happy with them.
Who you going with then? Have you decided?
I don't know, I've been looking around. There is quite a few, but at the minute I'm still looking.
Yeah. I mean,
so have you got fibre, Phil, in your area?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, but it's there's another one coming out where it's going to be like 900 megabyte download speed, which not even close to that at the minute, but yeah.
The highest we can get up to, but not where my room is. My room won't reach that, but downstairs it can go over 300 megabytes download speed. But where I am, I'm lucky if I get 90 odd megabytes, which, you know what, 90 odd megabytes is, or 70 odd megabytes is brilliant, isn't it? You know, it does keep you going. It doesn't disconnect you or anything. But we did have problems with our internet going back a few months ago. Might not even be that long, but basically it kept disconnecting us from the internet and everything. And you get the EE backup with it, don't you? With fibre optic now, and that doesn't even work. So that wasn't working at all. So we wasn't even getting any internet when it went off. So my dad rang BT up and all that. They came down, engineer came down, and he said, where they put it is ridiculous. I said, I don't know why they put it in that part of the house. They should have put it in another part of the house, and then you would have guaranteed full speed everywhere. But he said, also, it looks like you got a dodgy box. Well, not a dodgy box from, it was from BT, but it was faulty.
Yeah.
So they said, well, what we can do, we can send you another BT box. So they sent us another BT box. It seems to be working okay now. There is sometimes where it does drop, but I think that's like anything, isn't it? I mean, network traffic has got a lot to do with internet. If that gets in the way, that does stop your speeds as well. But
yeah, it does.
I couldn't think about going back to the old internet we had. Oh my god! If I think back then, that was worse than what we've got now. But yeah, we're lucky to have good internet around our area, because we're out in the countryside, and you think to yourself, you won't get good internet out. But well, it's slowly upgrading around ours. But the only thing is, I don't think we won't be getting the 900 megabytes speed around here, for now anyway. But yeah, is there anything you want to ask, Phil?
Yeah. So going away from internet and that, what was your first console?
My first console, it was a Nintendo 64, and
Wow.
I used to play Zelda on it a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I used to play that. Obviously Donkey Kong and Super Mario, stuff like that.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I remember Donkey
And then
Kong.
What was you gonna say, James? Sorry.
I was just saying that I remember Donkey Kong. What a game!
Yeah, and there was others as well what I liked, and then that's what started me doing gaming, and then I got on to the PS1.
Yeah.
I loved the PS1 because we had Metal Gear Solid and stuff. I used to love Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, and I believe that's still going on as well, isn't it?
The last one they brought out was about 4 years ago or something like that.
Was it that long? Yeah.
Was the last one Solid 5? What was the one after that?
Yeah, it was the Phantom Pain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was Metal Gear Solid. I think there was one after that, actually. Yeah.
There was one with I think it was called Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, I think I did recall hearing that then.
And then there was another Metal Gear, but it wasn't like the original ones. It was just like I never played it before, but it was supposed to be like a downfall of the original ones.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I've not really played them games, but I do. Well, I did play the Phantom one because that was a PlayStation Plus monthly game one year. I do remember that. I've still got that in my catalogue, in my library. So I'll probably go back to that at some point because it was a good game.
Yeah, it was. And on the PS1 as well, I used to play the likes of there was obviously Crash Bandicoot. There was Spyro.
Oh my god!
Nice.
There was what was that? I just had it in my head, but it's gone off.
Yeah, we're the same. I mean, you have something in your head and you think to yourself, I know what it is, and then just at the last minute you're like, What game was it? I can't remember now.
Yeah,
It's always the
there were so many games on the PS1 I loved and everything.
yeah.
That's it. There was Tekken and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
And
that's still going on. That Taken. There's a new one coming out, isn't he?
yeah, there is Tekken 7.
Yeah. Crikey. How long are they going to go on with that? I mean, it's like how long can they go on?
I don't know. I don't know. It's there's been loads of games. Been loads of games of it.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? And you know what? They are good games. It's just that I've got a big library full of games that I don't get through quick enough, so I don't always play every single game. But I'm currently grinding Road Company at the moment just so I complete the event pass before it ends, before the new one comes out. But I think once the new one comes out, I'll probably ease off it a little bit and go on different games as well, because I do need to just like switch to a different game sometime. But
Yeah. It's addictive when you want to play a game and like you can't get off it. And
oh, tell me about it, mate. I've got Gary hooked to Road Company now, so yeah. He'll be listening to this podcast as well.
What's it based like? What's it? Is it a shooting game?
Yes, it is. Yeah, basically you're in a plane and you jump off the plane and there's 4 players versus 4 players, and you got 16 tickets. You gotta capture the zone before the enemies do, and obviously you gotta eliminate them. And it's the first one to win first 3 rounds. And
all right.
yeah, but there is other modes on
Sounds
there.
good. It sounds good.
Yeah, Phil will tell you some bits about it as well, because he plays the game and he absolutely loves it as well.
Yeah, well, that one you were talking about, that mode is Strikeout. There's also Demolition, where you've got to arm or disarm a bomb, and the other team's got to do the opposite. There's Extraction, where you have to... I think you have to find out where they've planted a bomb, as opposed to just knowing where it is.
I think you're
and then you've got to
carrying it and then you place it, don't you?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Because basically, if you see it, it's the first one to get to it, and then you got to plant it somewhere, and then obviously if they come and take it off you, then obviously they're in the lead then. But they do have team deathmatch as well, which is a good mode.
Yeah.
So is it a bit like I want you where you have to plant it? So it's a bit like search and destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good.
But I mean, the whole thing's just kind of like a battle royale, really, isn't it? It's not quite a full battle royale, but it's
it's basically
like one.
It's basically like a battle royale, except there's not 60 players that you're running around a map.
Yeah,
there's only like 8 of you.
Which is good though, because like you don't want it like where you're going around and like killing loads of people. But it's like 4 versus 4, then that's decent.
It is, and if you do the team deathmatch, it's 6 versus 6, which is not too bad either. But you can do 2 versus 2 now on quick match. Yeah, that's another mode that we didn't mention. Quick match.
Yeah, Wingman is the 2v2 ones.
Oh yeah, Wingman, but I think it is on quick match as well, isn't it? Because quick match just randomly puts you in any mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a brilliant game. I mean, it's addictive. It's full of bugs. They never fix it when they update it. There's always bugs. I think it's gone downhill a little bit myself. I don't know whether you're the same, Phil.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because it was literally, Ryan, originally it was 50 tiers on the Battle Pass. And now they've gone to 35 tiers. And now it's not called a Battle Pass, it's called an Event Pass. Now, the Event Pass that we're currently in now until it ends in the next 2 days, I think, or something like that. It's 35 tiers. They've promised us that we're going to get regular updates this season. We've not had one update, although yes, we did have an update, but it was meant to be to fix bugs, but didn't fix any bugs at all. But hopefully they step up the game, because the game used to be more enjoyable. I mean, we still play it because it's still enjoyable enough to play it. You know what I mean? In that sense, but for content in there, it's not great, is it, Phil?
No, I mean, as you say, we do still enjoy it and we do still play it regularly, but it's not what it used to be. But it's just a worry whether it's going to end up shutting down after a while. But
see, me, I feel like it's slowly dying a little bit, and I hope I'm wrong, because I really don't want the game to die, because it's a really good, fun game that you play with your friends and all that. But I can see it going one day. I mean, it's a great game.
Is it a free game? Is it a free game to download?
Yeah, it's a free game to download, mate. The only thing that costs is obviously the event pass, but once you buy it once, you guarantee 700 coins back, which makes you another event pass, so you can buy the event pass on and on, because you won't have to pay then, because it gives you in-game coins, so you can buy the battle pass.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I think
I'll have to give it a thought then to try it, because if you're saying about bugs and stuff, and I'd probably play rubbish, and I don't want to do that.
Look, mate, we was terrible when we first started it, and I mean really terrible, weren't we, Phil?
Yeah, definitely.
And occasionally when we have a bad night, like you always do. You can't be good every night, can you? So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, mate. I mean, we'll probably have a full squad anyway. Looking at it now, I think we're gonna have too many, so we'll probably have to do one day of the week do custom lobbies, which you can do custom lobbies on it, so that's all right.
Yeah,
which you can add up to 8 people then.
All right. See, I play Fortnite a lot. I like Fortnite, man.
Yeah, well, I started off on Fortnite, but I just went off it. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into it as much, so I came off it. But if I was ever going to go back on it, it would just be because of all the skins, Spider-Man and all that, because you can swing like Spider-Man and everything. But other than that, I know a lot of people like it. It's just I couldn't get into it in the end. It's the same with Apex.
Well, when it first came out, Fortnite, I played it a few games, and then after that I just stopped playing it for quite a while, for like a few years. But then I started getting back into it because I met a few friends on TikTok, and then I just started playing again, and thought, I'll just and then I liked the game again.
Yeah, and then, I see what you mean there. I mean, it's not too bad if you meet people and you interact, and is it? But it's probably the reason why you stopped it is because there wasn't many years playing it, maybe.
No, it was back then when it first came out. The graphics were terrible, and it wasn't that good. But now they've improved the graphics, and plus plus it's on PS5 now. You can get an updated version of it. Yeah. It's a lot smooth. It's a lot smoother, and a lot the graphics are really outstanding. It's really good.
Yeah, I have seen people streaming it and all that, and it does look quality now. I think if I'm wrong, I think it runs on Unreal Engine now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
I forgot the others, but
Yeah, it's owned by Epic Games. It's an Epic game, isn't it?
Epic Games, yeah.
But since they brought that Unreal Engine, they've managed to make every game look fantastic, haven't they? You know, their games, like, I mean, Unreal Engine is something. I mean, I remember seeing something on Facebook. Basically, people thought it was just a photo of a train station, but it wasn't. It was basically they've created like this train station that you could platform that you could walk over, and it was meant to be a part of a game, or they were testing a game, and people thought it was actually a real train station, and it wasn't. It was basically their project that they were doing on an Unreal Engine, which is unbelievable, isn't it, when you think of it?
Yeah. I've got Call of. Do you know what? I bought the new Call of Duty. I've already played it like 3 times.
Because you play Fortnite.
Yeah, but because I play other things as well. But when I buy games, it's like I've got that Harry Potter game, the new Harry Potter game as well.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't even play that much, and
do you know what? You're the same as me.
It's there downloaded, and I've got and other things as well when I don't play. It's just the only games I play really is Fortnite, FIFA. I've got the new WWE.
Yeah.
Played that, and now and again I play like the Call of Duty. That's it.
I mean, I don't play Call of Duty, but going back to what you said, that you bought the new Hogwarts Legacy game and you don't play it, that's the same with me. The question always seems to come back in each episode, doesn't it, Phil? But basically, and Phil tell you on this as well. We'll see a game, we'll buy it, because we do game share, you see. Have you heard of game share?
Yeah, I've heard of game share, yeah.
Yeah, well, basically we've been doing it since the PS4 days, and it just saves us a lot of money, but we spend more as well, if you know what I mean, because we're paying half each towards a game, and every time we see a game, we buy, well, if it's on offer. Sometimes we'll buy games that have just come out, but it's very on offer, and we tend to wait until they're on offer. But we buy them. We'll start playing them. Phil will carry on playing it so we can get the platinum for it. And I would like, if we buy another game, I'm literally, I fancy playing that. So I'll download that game, start playing that, and I'll forget the last one that we bought. So it never gets played for ages.
Yeah, it's like I bought Elder Ring, and I thought, I went out because it looked really good.
Yeah.
So I played it. I went on it, and I got killed. Like I got killed 5 times. And I was fuming, and I was like, oh, right, I'm not playing that again. I just deleted it. I paid 50 odd quid, and I just deleted it.
Wow. Do you know what? There'll be a time though. I bet there'll be a time where you download it again at some point, but that's probably going to be like years to come. Like, but
yeah, I don't know why I paid like 50 odd quid for it, but it was because at the time, because there was so many recommendations and stuff to get it.
Yeah.
Like people were saying that it's a good game, so I bought it.
Yeah.
And it's just like a bit like what's that game called now? What everyone played. Few people played. It's really hard to. It's a really hard game. It's like Elder Ring, but it's not Elder Scrolls. It's what's it called now?
Skyrim. Bloodborne.
No, not Bloodborne.
Not Bloodborne. What's the other one?
Dark Souls. Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, Dark Souls, yeah.
Dark Souls. Yeah, it's like that. It really solid.
Do you know what? Talking about you just turned around and said you bought a game that was expensive. You literally paid a full on whack for a game, and then you ended up deleting it. Me and Phil did the same. We did it to Jumanji. We thought, oh, this is going to be a fantastic game because it's based on the movie and everything. And we thought, the new Jumanji rather than the old Jumanji movie. Yeah. And we thought, oh, this is going to be amazing, this. So we bought it, and we had high hopes for it, like, oh, we're going to really enjoy this. And we went on it. Oh, my God, it's such a crap game. In it, Phil?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, difference being is that wasn't like 50 quid at the time.
No, but it was still enough, wasn't it?
It was enough, yeah.
But
it was an absolute rip-off. It was terrible. It was unfinished. It was like it had been released even before beta testing.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
And you know the funny thing is, Ryan, as well about that game is, I think it was a year or 2 years down the line, they brought a PS5 version out for it, and I'm thinking, hold on, a game that was really rubbish, and you brought a PS5 version of it, is it going to be any better? I don't think so.
I know, yeah.
The only thing that's going to be better for it is the loading times, how it loads up and all that, but no, I mean, there might be a day when I go back on it, but I might be like in the 70s then, but
Yeah.
I might hold it on for that long and think, but no, yeah, that was a game that.
What I want to say is, don't like. What was your like favorite games from like last year? Because mine was the God of War, the new one. Yeah. I loved that. I loved it.
Yeah.
There was Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
And no, what was the one? And that's Spider-Man. The Spider-Man Morales story one.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the the game we bought last year. That was one of the new ones. Can you remember what we bought, Phil, last year? That was one of the new games for 2022.
I mean, obviously we bought Miles Morales as soon as that came out.
Yeah, we bought it and we got the remastered version of the PS4 as well, didn't we?
Yeah. I think the only other one we got was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I tell you what, the other one we got.
Or
was it played? No, we bought it, and that was actually fantastic. Kenya, Spirit of
yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Kenya, Bridge of Spirits.
Bridge of Spirit, mate. That's a fantastic game, Ryan. Oh my god, that was done. That was done really good, wasn't it, Phil?
It was. I don't know what you like for trophy hunting, but it's a hard one to platinum. I will say that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was an amazing game, that one.
That's another one as well. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, it came to PlayStation Plus, didn't it? And the newest one has just come to PlayStation Plus as well now. What's the Forbidden West? Is it called?
Forbidden West, yeah.
That's Forbidden. Yeah, that's anyway. I can't say it, me. But yeah, that's literally just come to PlayStation Plus catalog, hasn't it?
Yeah. There was a lot of games last year, but was really good.
Yeah, he was. I mean, like Phil said, we got the Spider-Man Morales, and at the time they were doing a bundle where you got the remastered version of the PS4 Spider-Man. So we thought, do you know what? We might as well pay a little bit extra and get the remastered version as well. And I've not actually done the platinums for it, but Phil's got literally 3 platinums for 2 games.
Oh
wow!
Oh, sorry, four platinums for 2 games.
Yeah, I got the platinum for the original Spider-Man. Sorry, the one released for the PS4. Then the platinum for the PS5 remastered. Then the PS5 Miles Morales platinum, and then the PS4 Miles Morales platinum as well.
Oh wow!
Pretty sad, then.
But you might as well.
I don't know how you could do that and like stay on a game for that long to do that.
I mean, it's quite a relatively quick and easy platinum. Obviously, not as easy as certain games, but yeah, a lot easier than others. Like,
I will suppose if you go through the second time, it's going to be easier because you know what you're doing, don't you?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
How long did it take you the second round? The first, when it got remastered, the PS4 Spider-Man.
That's a question. We'll find out.
Yeah,
I think it took me like a lot less than half the time, because obviously the first time round there was constantly swinging around, messing about, doing all stuff, but then
enjoying it and all that.
yeah.
I've there's been games like that where I've enjoyed it myself. So the first time I just like play it. I mean, I did start playing Uncharted 4 Thief's End again for the second time, but I started it on the hardest level. But what's good about that game is when you first do it on easy mode and you enjoy the story mode, you unlock stuff and all that. You unlock these abilities, so when you go onto the hard level and you play it through again, them abilities help you. So it's not as hard as you think, is it, Phil?
Yeah, except for obviously the first game, you can't actually use those like modifiers and get the trophies, but the other ones you can.
Yeah. But there was a question.
Yeah, the Uncharted games were really good. I loved them.
Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? Did you see the other month where they turned around and said that we're finished with Uncharted, and we're like everyone's like, oh no, really, oh, and some people say, well, you've left it in a good way, and but then a day after they turned around and said we're open-minded about another Uncharted game, and I'm like, what? You just said the day before that you're finished with the game. Now you're saying there's hope for another game. I'm like, okay. But you know the one that played Nathan Drake in it? Oh, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Who's his name?
I don't know.
Nolan North, that's it. He got asked the question, would you ever do another Uncharted as Nathan Drake? And he said, hell yeah. If it was an option, I would. And I think they should. And do you know what they could do is, I mean, I've always said this, they could like do a story based on his daughter. You know, he's gone into retirement. It's a few years later after his daughter's come on the scene. She's gone to follow her dad's footsteps. She goes and does what her dad used to do. She gets in a bit of trouble with the enemies that are stopping her on the way, and he comes out of retirement to save her. But not only that, they go and carry on the treasure hunt because that's what he used to do. And I think they could bring him out of retirement that way, or it could be based on his brother. We haven't had one based on his brother yet, have we?
No. But that one, that we was just saying, then that could be good because on at the end of Uncharted Thief's End,
Yeah.
because you are his daughter, and
Yeah, that's true.
you go around the house and she finds the map, and then it goes off, doesn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, so it makes you think that they've left it open for either his daughter to take on his role or he comes out of retirement. But I think he won't come out of retirement unless he needs to. So, like, if his daughter gets in a bit of trouble, he might come out. Or if his brother does it, maybe, maybe at the end his brother goes and visits Nathan Drake and says, "Look, mate, I need your help." And then that's how he comes out with retirement. Or it could be they could go back to when Sully was younger and how he became a treasure hunter and all that. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Phil? What's your point on the
See, I'd really like. So they could kind of not entirely copy the fourth game, but do a similar thing where Sam goes off treasure hunting, and then he ends up getting caught. So then Nathan Drake goes in to help him, but then he also ends up getting captured, and then the only one who's left to save them is his daughter, and then obviously bring her in, and then you've got like a whole repertoire of characters as well. Then, but like, I do think the idea of bringing his daughter into it, because as you said with Uncharted 4, she is in the epilogue, where she opens up Nathan's mum's journal with all of Nathan's like stories in it. So she learns all about it then. So yeah, but obviously at the end of that game, Nathan seemed like he doesn't really want to go back into doing all that. But we do know that they are still treasure hunting because she picks up a magazine off the desk, which is, what's it called? It's got a picture of her on the front holding a piece of treasure saying treasure hunting runs through the family. So we do know that they did continue treasure hunting after the daughter was born. So, sorry, I've recently completed the remastered version, so it's all fresh.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you done that quick, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Ryan, if you don't already know, Phil basically when we're always recording the podcast, he's always on his PlayStation, going on games and platinum and that. And I'm like, how can you multitask like that? Because I couldn't really multitask like that playing on a game. That's such a good story mode anyway. You know what I mean? And getting platinums for it and all that. It's incredible that he's actually got, he can actually multitask to just do that. I mean, I don't think I could.
I'll be honest, I'm skipping the whole story side of it. I'm literally just doing all the gameplay and stuff with it, skipping all cutscenes and that. I've got every trophy on the Legacy of Thieves collection, which is Uncharted 4. And then, to get the platinum for it, you have to play Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy and 100% both games to get the one platinum.
Oh.
I thought there was a platinum for each game, but no. It's just one platinum.
That's what I thought, because they're both separate games, aren't they?
They are, but literally on Uncharted 4, on the remastered version, the last trophy you need to get is called "Don't Ruin the Moment," and it says collect all the trophies from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
But it's not too bad. Then.
Yeah.
No, but that's
not really. I mean, I've got 42 or 49 trophies for it. Nice. So.
But it's good. It's good, but they could have made it so you get 2 trophies out of it. 2 platinums.
Yeah, you're replaying 2 full games.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't played the Lost Legacy yet, but I want to complete a Thief's End, and one of the trophies is you got to complete it in like 6 hours, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
it's a tough one. That.
I
How
can't
did you
remember.
do that?
Is it 4 or is it 6?
Oh.
It's relatively easy, you know. You just skip all the cutscenes and just 6 hours or less.
Yeah, but you know what,
Just
you
skip
can't do some of the puzzles, because some of the puzzles were quite difficult, weren't they?
Well, I mean, this could lead you on to the next question, but
Yeah.
you could always just kind of have a guide, you know, like a PowerPix video.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just help you through it. But honestly, I found speedrunning the game was relatively easy because completed it on, I can't even remember what difficulty, but I think it was like moderate and hard.
Yeah.
And then obviously crushing after that. So it was like I'd already played it 3 full times, so it was just kind of like I'll go on to Explorer and just blitz it.
So you have to complete it on hard before you can complete it on custom. I thought if you completed it on that, you unlock the other trophies as well, because basically you've gone past the hard level as well.
You can
do it.
Yeah. So for example, if you went straight onto hard mode,
Yeah.
and completed it, you would then unlock crushing. But if you completed it on hard, you would unlock the trophies Chartered Light, Chartered Moderate, and Chartered Hard as well.
Alright, so you can complete it all in one.
Yeah, 2. Because you've got to do...
the easy mode, but...
Well, you've got to do... You can't do crushing on its own. You've got to complete it on hard first to unlock crushing.
And so you got to play it all over again?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I'd say for most people a minimum of 3 times, and then just kind of... what are they called?
So I'm on the second run through the game anyway.
Yeah. Chapter select and encounter select as well. Like, encounter select saves you so much time.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, it's not too bad because obviously the mods that they've added into it once you complete it on the first time. But I do love that game. It was absolutely stunning. And you know what? Before then, you think to yourself, if they're going to bring a movie out, how better can they go? Because the graphics, even though it was a PS4 game, the graphics was really, really good. It looked like it was a movie anyway, or TV series, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It was just that incredible. And then they brought the movie out, which by all means, they did a fantastic job. I mean, I absolutely loved the movie. And you know what? Tom Holland was fantastic as Nathan Drake, I have to say.
Yeah.
And do you know the thing is, come on.
There's two games I'm going to get this year. Because I'll just turn on my PlayStation now. I'm going to get that Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
And Dead Island 2.
Oh yeah, I heard about Dead Island 2 and yeah, I seen the trailer of the new Star Wars game. I still haven't completed the Fallen Jedi yet. I need to complete that. I mean, it's quite easy enough to complete the platinum on that. You only have to play through it and get the trophies. You can play it on any mode, which is like the Spider-Man game, because the Spider-Man game you can play it on easy mode and get the platinum that way, which is good, because some games like that, a game like that's as big as game as that, you don't want to always go through it again, do you? Unless obviously Phil's gone onto the remastered version, which is entirely different, because obviously it's a brand new game in the sense that, because the remastered version, it looks like they've upgraded the Peter Parker, and he looks like Tom Holland. Is that just me, or does he look like Peter Parker on the remastered version?
He does look a lot more like Peter Parker than he did a lot like Tom Holland than he did in the first game.
Yeah.
The trouble was with the first game, his character model just looked so weirdly fake. Do you know what I mean? Like it.
Oh, shut up, Alexa. You heard that in the background. She's on mute as well.
He told Alexa off.
I know, yeah. Talking to Alexa, anyone that doesn't know, you can turn around and say to Alexa, play Teen Wicks podcast on Apple Podcasts, and it will play the latest episode. But then again, I recommend you just to leave her alone for a bit because she's being a little cow. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I put her on mute before. She's on red. So how the hell she's speaking, I don't know. But,
She's attention seeking.
None of us said her name, though, did we? I don't think.
No. She just decided, you're on the podcast, I'm going to make it awkward for you.
Oh, man.
Well,
I think your response to that was the best thing going, though. Oh, shut up, Alexa!
Yeah.
Could have literally just ignored it, but no, got to tell her off.
Have you noticed, though, she hasn't said anything back then?
No, and Alexa's been said multiple times. Can't count how many times people have said Alexa now. Alexa, Alexa, Alexa.
But the thing is, I don't even think the mute button works on it because, you've heard, like, all rumours. And I think it's not rumours. They do listen into your conversations.
Oh, 100%.
Like, Alexa, what am I speaking about now? Yeah, I thought so. You had a good telling off before. It's like having a woman in my room here, just not in my face
without the other benefits.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's great. I mean, like you say, Platinum. I mean, are you a trophy hunter anyway, Ryan? Do you grind for trophies, or you just play games for fun?
Do you know what? I'm not really into that, really. Because it does me head in when I can't find the right stuff, and then it takes me ages. So I get bored of it and just leave it.
Yeah.
So, but really, I just rather just play the story and then and then finish it that way.
I know what you mean. It can be a nuisance when you can't find things but there's always walkthroughs on YouTube and all that. But now PS5 games, certain PS5 games anyway, they actually show you videos where you should be going, which is so they've got it built into their software basically, which is fantastic, isn't it, when you think of it? So for example, Sackboy's A Big Adventure, if you're stuck on a level, if you go onto the game base and you go, I think it's called Tips, is it, or something, Phil? Or Game Tips?
Yeah.
And you click on that, Ryan, and it actually shows you the video of that particular mission that you're doing, and it actually shows you how to do it.
All right. So, because you stuff,
yeah, if you're stuck.
If you're stuck, you just do that.
Yeah. If you're stuck, you just do that, and it shows you. Quite genius when you think of it, having it built into the system. Yeah, and that's another thing as well. You probably go for the Platinum then for certain games, because it actually shows you, if you're stuck, instead of just searching up on the YouTube and all that. I mean, a lot of people won't know this as well. Obviously, you can't really go on any internet browser on the PS5, can you? But it is built in. It's built in, but it's hidden. And there's a way around getting to that. I've recently done it as well with Phil. I've sent him through the app, the PlayStation app. I've sent him a message with the Google link. And then I've gone onto my PlayStation, gone onto that message that I sent him from my phone, clicked on that link, and it opens Google up. I mean,
All right.
that's incredible, isn't it? It's literally there, but it's hidden. It's not. You can't go on the console itself and click on internet browser like you did with the PS4. But if you send a link through the app and then go onto the PlayStation, click on it, it opens up a web browser. I mean, that's,
Good, that. Good.
it is good, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people won't know that, but I don't know whether you knew that, Phil, until I told you, or did you?
No, I didn't. I've never actually used it though, because it's really janky the way it works, isn't it?
I mean, it's fast. It is. I have to admit, it does load up fast and everything, but you don't get the full screen. But what I will say is, if you want to have like YouTube at the side of you, once you open that link, you can pin it to one side while you're playing the game, which is quite handy to have.
Oh.
But what they need to do is they need to actually bring an internet browser that you can click on. They could even bring Google Chrome, because Google Chrome is obviously the fastest browser, isn't it? You know, for getting onto stuff and that. But yeah, they could bring Google Chrome to it, couldn't they? I mean, they turned around. I think they turned around and said, "Why would you want internet browser?" But internet browser on the PS4, it was used how many times? I mean, everyone used it, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Come on, mate. Sorry.
When I used to go on it though, it was very slow, and it was just like,
Yeah, it was.
and it was just loaded up very slow, and it was just like, what's the point of this? Why did you bring this?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was slow at times, but if you wanted to watch movie on, you know, I say legal websites, you know, illegal. I'm doing a film now. Illegal.
Yeah.
But, you could basically watch them on there, and you know, that was a good way, because I used to go on a website where you watched movies that were in the cinemas, and like, obviously I didn't do it all the time, because you like to go to the cinemas, don't you? You know, it's one of them. You don't want to watch movies before they come out on Sky or Netflix or Disney or whatever device. You do like to go to the movies. Well, you know, watch the movies in the cinemas still. It's one of them, isn't it? It's a thing that we've always done. Cinemas is like a really good day out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and talking.
Yeah,
go on, mate.
But I've not been out due to my mental health. I've not been out the door since last year, and
Oh well.
I love to go out. I love to go to the cinemas and watch a movie, but it's been really hard for me to get out the house because of my anxiety and that as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do feel for you, mate. Yeah, because I do suffer from time to time with anxiety, panic attacks, and I mean I haven't lately, but yeah, there's certain things that. I mean, it might not even be anything. It just something triggers in your mind, and it just happens, doesn't it? It's mental health is it's a big thing, and that's why I game and do my podcasts and that. It does help my mental health. It really does.
Yeah, it does same as me. But like when I'm on the games with my friends and stuff like that, it just like puts other stuff in the back of your mind, and just enjoying the moments with your friends and
Blocks
enjoying
out
the
real
gaming
world
and
out,
stuff.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It takes you away from reality, and sometimes escaping from reality is a brilliant way. And Phil's the same. Phil does wood burning, and I'm pretty sure that helps his mental health as well, doesn't it, mate?
Oh, big time. So I do that on a daily basis, and if I didn't have that, I wouldn't still be here anymore. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And do you know what? Mental health needs to be pointed out as well. And gaming as well. Gaming is a part of mental health. In my sense that it does help you. It does help your mental health. Some people might think to us, well, gaming is just gaming, but no, it's not just gaming. It does help you with your mental health. It really does, because, you know, like you say, sometimes you just want to block out the reality in the world, and you just want to go on something and, you know, have fun and take your mind away from things. I mean, music's a good thing as well. Music's a good way getting, you know, helping your mental health. Music depends what music you play. You know, you know what I mean. You could play music that's like, oh bloody hell, I'm already depressed here. You know what I mean? But
I know, music as well. It does help.
Yeah,
And
I've always said, go on. Let's see.
I've seen on Twitter, like, for like people who like suffer with mental health, like, PlayStation actually say, if you're worried or something, and like, you know, like you want any help, just message Sony, PlayStation or something like that. I think so. I've seen.
So they're good with replying when when you're struggling with your mental health, but when you need help with them, with like your consoles and that, they don't know a thing, do they, Phil?
I know. Oh yeah.
Oh, Phil will tell you.
What, go on?
I was just going to say, Phil would tell you, when we got the PS5 and all that, because we're game sharing on the PS4, we wanted the transfer it onto the PS5, and we wanted the game share, but they made it weird how to game share on the PS5. They said it was easier, but it was weird as well. So I'm there looking to see how you could do it and all that and everything. Nothing was happening, so we rang up. I think Phil rang up first, Sony, and they just give you a load of nonsense because you tried all kinds of things and it wasn't right. Or he was like 1.5 hours in the queue waiting to talk to someone from there. But also, we literally managed to get it working for a bit, but as soon as I logged out his account or went on to transfer back onto my account, it completely logged out and there was no game share, so we couldn't do it. We were trying to find a way how to do it and all that, but I messaged Sony support team on the internet, didn't I, Phil?
Yeah.
And he seemed to be a bit better, but he said you're going to have to ring our technical issue side or something, whatever. So I did. Rang him up and he didn't even know a clue. He didn't even know what I was talking about. And one of them turned around and said, well, you can't even game share. I said, hold on. I think he said it to you, didn't he, Phil? Or one of them. You're not supposed
Yeah, one of them said that that's not a thing, and I'm like, well, I rang yourselves, a couple of years ago, and to double check before we started because it didn't seem legit. But I was informed by multiple members of staff that it is a thing that you do.
Yeah, and it is a thing you can do. And do you know what? They actually brought a little trailer out years ago, Ryan, and you probably never seen it because a lot of people didn't. But basically, it was a Japanese guy handing over a physical copy game to his friend, and that was introducing game share. But no one actually thought about it at the time. It was like, what is this video? Because it was like literally seconds. But basically, he was handing the physical copy game over to his friend, and it was introducing game share. But obviously, game share is only digital games only. Which probably got people confused. Why are you handing over a game, a physical copy game over to him? But that's how it came across. And Phil was like, "Really? Is that a thing?" No, I've got. And Phil's like me. You got to double check. got to double check before you do things, just in case you get into trouble. So he like you say, he rang Sony up and he asked them, and it was a thing, wasn't it, Phil? So
Yeah.
since then we've been doing that. It's saved us a lot of money, but we spent more. If you can make sense out.
See, I don't think we've spent more, considering the amount of games that we've bought over the years. Like, we've saved a fortune, dude.
We have
an absolute fortune.
And do you know what we do tend to do, Ryan, is we get a lot of games that are on sale.
Yeah.
So think of it, it's on sale twice for us because we're doing game shares, because we're only paying half each. So think of games like £60 odd. It goes down to about 35. We pay half each. It's 2 discounts, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
So like Phil's like only paying, say a game's £30 and Phil's only paying 15 and I'm only paying 15. So it's a bargain, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Sony customer service and all that, it's very poor. But I've never seen that they do a thing if you're struggling, contact Sony. But yeah, where did you see that, Ryan?
It was on Twitter. I found it. Hold on, I'll just go on it quick now and send me messages. I think it was. Is it messages or is it?
Yeah, I mean that's a good thing. I mean, is it like a quick response thing where you message them and they respond quickly?
Yeah, it's
like an auto message thing. Yeah,
it's Ask PlayStation. It is.
Oh, Ask PlayStation. Yeah. I've got their Twitter account, but I didn't really see that one. I mean, I've asked them a few things like, is these issues going to be solved and all that, but they don't always get back to you. That's another thing. The PlayStation Ask they don't get back to you all the time, which it's a bit shame. But basically, what Sony do is they hire anyone really. It doesn't matter if they don't know much about PlayStation, they'll just hire them when they film.
Yeah.
For fear of, getting my account revoked, I'm saying nothing. But yes.
I've already said it, so... But no, other than that, do you know what? I've always been a Sony fan. I grew up with every single PlayStation, like yourself, Ryan, I'm a 90s baby. So is Phil, but Phil was a little bit later in the 90s. But I was literally 1990. So yeah, I grew up before the PlayStation came out. So the PlayStation 1 came out. So it was good. I mean, my first console was actually I can't remember the name, but do you ever remember, Ryan, the console that had like over 1,000 games built in it, like had Superman and all that in?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you mean.
I can't. But do you remember the TVs you used to have it hooked up to? You think to yourself now, what the hell were they TVs? It's like
I know,
little square TV.
I know, it's mad,
isn't it? Yeah, technology as well. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, and it's never going to stop in our day and age anyway. But
no, definitely not.
You look at the graphics back then. Back then they were fantastic, weren't they? You say, "Wow, it was amazing." Yeah, and you look at the graphics now, and you think to yourself, "Them graphics back in the 90s were absolutely rubbish."
Yeah, compared to now, I know.
Yeah. I mean, it's Unreal, yeah, Unreal Engine. But do Do you know what, mate? It's been great having you on the podcast. Thank you for joining. And we're just going to end the show with 2 more questions. First of all, I think Phil's going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to end with a question as well.
Okay, so you've got to create. Here we go. It's a bit of a premise more than just a simple question.
Yeah.
You've got to create a game that you think everyone would love by merging 2 separate games. What games are you merging?
Say that again, sorry.
Okay, so you've got to create your own game by merging 2 separate games to become like a game that everyone would love.
Ooh.
What 2 games are you merging together?
Right, okay, yeah.
Is this games what I've played, like, or is it like random games, or like not random? I meant, do we have to make them up?
Right, so you'd use 2 existing games to make one new game. So, like, for example, I don't know, Uncharted and Sonic, for example. Obviously not that, but yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I think. Come on. You got one, have you? Nice.
I think God of War and Assassin's Creed.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I'd play that.
No,
I'd definitely play that.
I would play that. I mean, you'd be climbing up things. You'll have a hood on you, and you'll be the one out of God of War.
Yeah.
But also you'd be going back in the olden days as well, won't you? Because isn't that what Assassin's Creed does? Or you could have a cross between Black Flag, was it? The Pirates one. You imagine that? Kratos.
I know, yeah.
Kratos with
Black
a pirate. On
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, that would be pretty sick. But yeah, that would be a great crossover. That would be fantastic. I mean, one for me. I was going to say one before, but I don't know. Maybe you could put Zelda. Now this is can I put a Nintendo game as well as a PlayStation game together?
Of course you can.
So if I was going to do that, I could put Zelda in with. Now this is going to sound weird, but Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
That would be very weird, but it could work.
I know what you mean there, actually, because yeah.
You'll have Zelda spinning around going boomaga.
Yeah.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Could you imagine like Link's annoying screaming mixed with Crash Bandicoot spinning?
Yeah. Wheel!
I know.
Wheel!
I'll tell you what I wouldn't like to hear. That was Navi back from Ocarina of Time. Hey,
oh wow. Wow!
You'll have either Crash Bandicoot or you'll have what's the bloody mask's name now?
Aku.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You can have him using the Myonica, is it? You know what they used?
Do you know
Zelda?
what, that actually works?
That
character actually works because Crash Bandicoot does have a mask on him. You collect the mask, don't you? And it goes around his face. So yeah, that could work. You could make that character from Zelda as the mask, and it could be on Crash Bandicoot, couldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be pretty sick. But another one though, you could actually cross over Zelda and Sparrow the Dragon. You imagine that? Zelda blowing out fire.
No.
Could you imagine Link riding Spyro taking on Ganon?
I mean,
That'd be
wow.
fun.
That
That'd be fun.
it needs to be a thing. If you're listening, the developers, you need to get this sorted. It's got to be a must game. It's got to be a crossover. I mean, we did this in last week's episode where we had a game of this, and I think it should be a game in every episode because you hear some responses and you think to yourself, "Wow, that is genius." It sounds like it's not a game, but it could actually work. In it,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'll tell you what I'd like. I'd like to see Uncharted with Lara Croft.
Now that actually works. That doesn't. You can't even
Yeah,
laugh at that one.
It's like the same premise, same game, really, and it's same premise. So
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe they could be sister and brother or cousins.
oh my god, can you imagine?
Yeah,
Imagine if they were related.
yeah, but they're both. Oh no, they're not. That's the only thing. They're both from different companies, so developers. So Uncharted's Naughty Dog, and obviously Lara Croft isn't it? Tomb Raider isn't. Tomb Raider Square Enix, isn't it? So
Yeah, but I mean, you could still team up.
I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, their games like you think to yourself, they're both looking for treasure, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Lara Croft doesn't go. Well, no, she actually does. She climbs. She does the same thing, but she has skeletons running after her and all that. But then again, I think Nathan Drake did have skeletons running after him in one of the games, didn't he?
I can't remember. I know he has something. He has like weird zombie things running after him in the first one, doesn't he? I can't remember what they are.
That was when he was stuck in that maze. When you're stuck in that like maze thing, wasn't it? With all the walls around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like when it comes to Uncharted games, because I think Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy were the first ones that didn't have some sort of like supernatural arc to it, whereas the other three all did.
Yeah, I know what you mean there, yeah. But yeah, that could work. That's definitely a crossover. So if you listen Naughty Dog and Square Enix, this is a must game. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're sisters or cousins or they've just met through universes. But yeah.
Do you know what? I'd love it if they were like mortal enemies to start off with.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't get along at all because they're both trying to get the same treasure.
Yeah. I mean, it could go back into history, couldn't it? Where, you know, like her dad was related to his dad or something like that. And you know, they go and
like long lost siblings.
Long lost siblings, yeah, and they've ended up. That could be another reason why he comes out of retirement. He's heard that.
Yeah.
There's this other girl that he's never heard of before. She does the same type of things. She goes looking for treasure and all that, and she gets into trouble with enemies and everything. But she's in a different universe. Although universes are quite similar, so I mean, they could do it. It's just which way they would do it. I mean, which way would you have it?
I have no idea. I mean, this was meant to be just like a random question. I didn't think we'd be going this in depth with it, like writing the whole story and everything.
No, but the thing is, though, I know you only like pointed it out as it could be a crossover, but that's actually a crossover that could work.
Yeah,
it could too. Definitely.
It'd be so easy for them to write it to cross over.
Well, another thing is, and there was an Easter egg in Uncharted for it anyway, but there could be a crossover between Uncharted and The Last of Us.
Yeah,
true. Because there was an Easter egg of The Last of Us in Uncharted, wasn't there?
Yeah. There's actually a few Easter eggs in Uncharted 4.
For The Last of Us. And apparently I read that one of the locations in that game is in the same location as where The Last of Us was.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which one it was now, but I seen, obviously not heard because obviously I think it was written, but yeah, apparently there was a certain location in The Last of Us that was like part of the Uncharted. Whether it's true, I mean, it could be true because they're both from the same developers, aren't they? So.
Yeah.
And that's what they tend to do. I mean, you look at Uncharted 4 for Thief's End, for example. They did a spoiler, didn't they, of Crash Bandicoot. Basically, they put basically played Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1 on the game, didn't you?
Twice,
yeah, that's twice. And do you know what? Ever since we seen that, we said, there's going to be a new Crash Bandicoot game coming out. And I think that was an Easter egg.
Yeah, I think that was kind of, more than an Easter egg, I'd say that was like getting people's attention. So they'd see because if they do that, people who wanted a game would come out and be like, oh, they really need to remake a game, or they need to make another Crash Bandicoot game.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like baiting the gamers into saying like, yeah, we want it, so they knew they had enough custom basically for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Still an Easter egg.
They're bringing that out, aren't they? Crash Team Rumble.
Yeah.
So they're not stopped with Crash Bandicoot now. They're going to carry on by the looks of it. There's rumours about a new Spyro the Dragon game coming out. I mean, come on, come on.
I love that.
Let's do it. Come on, a new Spyro the Dragon.
I love Spyro.
Fantastic, you know.
I've got to admit, I did enjoy the Reignited trilogy over the Insane trilogy, just because, like, I managed to platinum all 3 Spyro games, but I only managed to platinum the first Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
I decided not to even try with the other 2 because I kind of broke a wall and a little finger in the process.
Rage.
I don't have anger issues. I don't rage as a gamer, honest.
Well, that could be our next question in our poll. Do people rage a lot on games? Yeah,
but I was going to say, do you remember Tomb Raider as well, where you used to have the granddad going round? He used to shit me up. And he used to always go,
I used to lock him in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to, come on, granddad, I'd lock you in the freezer.
But the thing is, though, you've locked him in the freezer, right? Someone that opened that freezer years to come, unfreeze him, and he'll come back to life. And he'll be still there.
Yep.
I mean, wow, yeah, that's amazing. That, you know, can you imagine that? Do you know what? Maybe they should do a game based on the granddad. where you're just playing them as I'm walking around, just going all the time.
Yeah,
it's that noise, isn't it? Oh, creepy.
That would be annoying, but you would put that as a horror, wouldn't you?
everywhere you go in that house, he was following you, and it's like, bloody hell, stop following me.
Well, you know, Frankenstein, you could call the game Franken Grandad or something. Or the Screaming Grandad. That's a game. Screaming Grandad. That's it. I'm making that game. But yeah, it's been amazing, mate. I'm going to end with my question. And do you know what? It's funny. We asked Gary this question going back the other week when we interviewed him on the show. And he actually asked me to ask you if I ever get you on the show to ask you this question. So yeah, we're going to ask you this question, mate, and it's basically Xbox or PlayStation.
PlayStation by far.
Yeah. And just to, I know what Phil's going to say, but Xbox or PlayStation.
Nothing against Xbox, you people, but I mean,
yeah,
I've had an Xbox before. They're good, but PlayStation's after just edge it.
Yeah, they do, don't they? And I know Phil's question because answered because he's already answered this question before. But yeah, are you still with PlayStation, mate?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with me, I'm 100% with PlayStation. I mean, don't get me. There's like you said, Ryan, the Xboxes are good. I mean, I've got an Xbox One S, and the reason I got it was because my brother got the new one at the time, and he said, "Do you want the Xbox One S?" And I went, "Hell yeah, why not? Best of both worlds, isn't it?" So
yeah.
I mean, there's things on the Xbox that I like Game Pass is good on it. You do get some decent day one releases on it and everything. The new PlayStation Plus, yes, I do like it, but there is certain things I don't like about it. And the things I don't like about it is we've literally just had the monthly games come out, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure was on there. Okay, yeah, me and Phil bought it a few months ago, which is typical. We buy something and it comes on PlayStation Plus. But it's the fact that a week later they announced the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games, and one of the games that's included with them 16 games coming on is Sackboy's A Big Adventure. So they've re-released it again for the Extra and Premium.
Oh, that's what I've got. The Extra Premium.
Yeah, but you get the monthly games as well. And what I'm saying is, that was already a monthly game, Sackboy's Big Adventure, but now they've decided it's going to be on Extra as well. So, when the monthly games come off, it'll still be in the catalogue, which it's not. They say 16 games. It's not 16 games. You're only getting 15 games because that game's already a monthly game. But a week later, they announced the extras and premium, and one of the games is included that's already on the PlayStation Plus. You know what I mean?
I know, it's mad that.
Well, what's your take on it, Phil? Do you think it's stupid the way they've done that?
I don't know, because it is like they're just offering you the same game twice, really. So it's not any added benefit if you're paying extra, which really it should be. But you are getting other games, but it's the fact that you're getting the same game. But really, just make it for one or the other, and then have something different for the other one. But
that's why I think, and I think they've lost.
Yeah.
I think they've literally lost ideas what to put on, and it was just easier just to release Sackboy: A Big Adventure again. But
something else I want to say. Something else I want to say is I'm going to definitely get a PC one day.
Yeah. So
I can go on the GTA 6. GTA 6. I mean GTA. Do you know the is it District 10? Have you heard of that?
No. Is that like a community based game that they've done, like a mod?
Yeah, it's nothing like GTA what you have on PlayStation or Xbox. It's just like PC version, but you have like real stuff in there, like real cars, the makes and stuff. You have Burger King, you have McDonald's, you have KFC. Wow. Stuff like that.
What's this game on? What is it on? I want to know. I want to download it or buy it.
Well, you have to have a PC to get it. Yeah. It's called District 10. GTA District 10.
Yeah, I think I've actually heard of it. It's on Steam, I think.
Yeah, there's other ones as well, but there's a few that play it, and it's really good because you can work in it, you can get a job and everything. It's like it's role playing, but you have to pay for it, but it looks good though.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we would play, isn't it, Phil? I mean, an open world game where you can just chill out with your mates like it's in real life, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I have seen it. I didn't know it had its own thing. I actually just thought it was like on every console because I'm not fully aware. But like, I've seen people playing it where it's like, what's it called? Like a role playing game where it's like, it is GTA 5, but like there's rules and like you can get barred from the server for like doing driving recklessly and stuff like that. I'm like, it's quite interesting to be fair because it's taken the aspects of the game, the whole do whatever you want when you want sort of thing, and given like a bit more realism to it as well, which is a really interesting premise. Like, I'm surprised Grand Theft Auto haven't thought about it in the past.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think as well though, I think it's a third party developer that's done this. Steam. That's why I like Steam. I mean, you remember Just Cause 3?
Yeah.
Well, when they brought that on the PC side, Steam, a fan-based community made this multiplayer mod for it. So you can actually, and it still works as well, the multiplayer mod, and people just like hang around on the map, just chilling with the friends, which is brilliant. And when it came to console, there was no multiplayer, was there?
No.
So this was just a brilliant idea. And do you know what? That's another thing about Steam. Steam is so good at letting third parties just sending their stuff through them. I mean, you want to see some of the games that are on there. Like I said last week, there's a game, Who Made It Sonic? Who Made It Sonic, who thinks of them games? But that's on there. That's free to play as well. So you can download that for free. But also, they've got all... I'm not going to say it because it's a bit... It's, let's just say, adult-only games. But...
yeah, I know what you mean.
But Steam allow all that on their platform, which is... You think to yourself, why? But then again... I think there's a lot of people that will probably download them. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's been amazing. We got through quite a lot of discussions there and questions and stuff like that. But we have gone over time, as we said, as we always do, but not too much over time. So we're going to end the podcast episode now, episode 13, with... Basically, Ryan, would you like to give anyone a shout out?
I give a shout out to Gary.
Yeah.
I've not spoken to you in a while, but hopefully speak to you soon. Listen to this podcast because it's been good.
Yeah, it's been amazing, hasn't it? We'd like to, first of all, we'd like to thank you for joining the episode this week, mate. It's fantastic.
Oh, no, it is. It's a pleasure. Do you know what? This is my first time I've ever been on a podcast, and I love to hear it back on Spotify.
Oh, brilliant, mate. And do you know what? I can say you've passed. And I think Phil will agree. It's been an amazing chat, and like you say, your first time. And do you know what? All the guests that we've actually had on our podcast, it's literally been their first time recording on any podcast. So the fact that everyone's only done one recording with anyone for a podcast, and they've just gone with the flow. And like I say, this is what me and Phil like to do. We like to make it really comfortable for people to come on. So like you say, you were coming on. You didn't know what you were going to expect. You know, like you say, you didn't know what you were going to be saying, but literally we just had a really good chat, and it's gone very, very well, hasn't it, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's I'm glad to catch up with you as well, James, as well, and we're not spoken in years, so it's glad to speak to you.
You too, mate. I mean, it's been a very long time, like you say. And you know what, mate? You should download Rogue Company and join those guys on it. We go on it quite a lot. So yeah,
I'll definitely have to download it and
nice one,
come on
mate.
with it.
Nice one, mate. And you know what? You once you play it, you won't be off it. Let's just say that. But yeah, it's been amazing. Once again, thank you, Ryan, for joining the podcast. It's been absolutely amazing. We will get you on again at some point because I think it's nice to bring some of our guests back, which that's our aim. We're going to do it. We don't know whether it's going to be in season 2 or season 3, but yeah, season 1 is coming to an end soon. But season 1's been fantastic, and we still have got a few episodes, so they're coming out after this one. But yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Not a problem. And like always, Phil, thank you. Thank you for just being there and being, a fantastic presenter alongside me. It's been amazing, mate.
Enjoyable as ever, dude.
It has been.
Nice meeting you, Phil.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, mate.
Yeah. Nice meeting you again, Ryan, because we haven't spoke to each other for that long, so it's like meeting you again, isn't it?
I know, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll download Rogue Company and I'll join you, Phil, and Gary and stuff and see what it's about.
Nice one, mate. You will enjoy it. You will. Let's just say you'll be having rage on it. That's for sure.
So I don't mind. I have rage on Fortnite and FIFA, so it's nothing different.
So I've started changing into the honey monster when I rage now. Yeah, I probably go. You don't want to know when I'm angry. But yeah, we're going to end the podcast with basically, we have a Facebook page. It's the Teamworks Podcast. And we also have an Instagram page now. It's the Teamworks Podcast as well. But don't forget as well, if you do have Alexa, just turn around and say to her, play Teamworks Podcast on Apple Podcasts, and it will play the latest episode. Currently it doesn't work for Spotify, unfortunately, but yeah, if you are listening to Spotify, do leave us a follow and leave our podcast a rating, because it does help our podcast a lot. And also as well is you can get involved with some polls that we put on the Spotify podcast episodes as well. And you can also send us a message back to tell us how you like the episodes. Yeah. So thank you, Ryan. It's been amazing. Thank you, Phil. All I can end this episode on is bye for now. And we hopefully we'll get you onto an episode soon again, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
No worries. Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.